Bill and Jalen 2013 NBA Preview.
When Zach Lowe and I did our League Pass rankings to figure out who was the most fun team of the 30 when you're flicking channels and be like, oh, that team's on. Golden State ran away with it in a landslide.
Warriors, come out and play.
Oh, I think we had that clip. Oh, this guy is so creepy. Great jackets, by the way.
Warriors, come out to play.
Yeah, they didn't like this.
Warriors.
Little known fact, this guy ended up being Luther in 48 Hours.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so the Warriors have come out to play. The Warriors are good again, Jalen.
They are good again.
The Warriors made the playoffs last year. The Warriors have a really fun team with fun players that people like watching. The Warriors added Andre Iguodala. The Warriors, I don't think, have been in the conference finals since, like, Rick Barry played in the team.
Correct.
The fan base is very excited.
And they should be.
Let's see if there's a good clip for them.
Yeah!
On the streets of San Francisco. The boys are back in town.
Yeah!
They're killing it, Romans. This is my favorite movie ever, Jalen. That's the girl from Miami Vice. So you good looking. Look at how happy Reggie Hammond is. He's out of jail for 48 hours.
Yes,
He's at
indeed.
Romans. Jack Cates is coming to get him.
By the way, I'm Reggie Hammond. He's Jack Cates.
Except I'm not a racist. This movie, after 30 years, it's a little more racist than I think I finally remember in the 80s.
Well, I mean,
It's a
they had
different
all
era.
of the family on for 30 years.
Yeah, it's a different era. You can't judge.
If you want to talk TV racist, you got to bring up Archie Bunker.
Oh, he was the worst. He was the worst.
And I used to watch the show faithfully, too.
I don't think anyone ever did more for a band's career than Eddie Murphy. Because not only did they have this, they sang this whole song in 48 hours, but then when he did Delirious, the concert, he made them the band for that and opened with that.
He did.
He double dipped with the Busboys, and now he's triple dipping with our Bill and Jalen preview.
Correct. And before you know it, he was actually coming with his own music and materials.
Woo! It's Jack Cates. He just parked wherever he wanted. Anyway, you can feel the excitement of Romans, and that's the excitement with the Warriors right now. Let's see what they did last summer. Oh, a lot happened.
A key I want everybody to pay attention to is losing Jarrett Jack. Jarrett Jack was their third guard late in games, who not only was a ball handler that allowed Steph Curry to come off screens, but with Steph's ankle injuries and not being very good at defending point guards, Jarrett Jack used to guard his position for him.
Yeah, but he didn't do it that well, though.
He did it better than him. The reason why
So you're getting
you bring
a C- instead of a D-.
but you bring in Andre Iguodala,
Yes.
because he plays it better than both of them. And Tony Douglas, he's a solid guard coming in as a backup, and Maurice Space makes mid-range shots.
What about Jermaine O'Neal? Did you ever play with him?
Yes, I did. But he's not going to
You
get a lot
played
of
with him when he
minutes.
was good.
Yeah, I did.
Now he's your age.
He's not going to get a lot of minutes with this team because you got David Lee. David Lee is a 2010 player in the league.
What about
That's
the
a
guy
big-
they drafted? Say his name.
Nedovic.
I'm going to try it too. Nemanja Nedovic.
You got Bogut up front.
And then the big thing is they decided not to bring back Jack and Landry. Brandon Rush, I think, could have helped them this year, but they got rid of the Beadrians and Richard Jefferson contracts, which were two giant expirings.
For one reason. Harrison Barnes.
And tax.
For Harrison Barnes.
Well, and
you
the
got to
tax.
clear all of that out and give him some room
Right.
to get those minutes. You saw how he flourished as a small ball forward when Lee was injured. So now you got to get rid of those other guys to give him those 3 minutes and maybe even use them as backup 4.
See the rotation. And this was my fear with this trade, which I really liked on paper. I like Andre Iguodala. If he's your third best guy, that's a really good situation for a team. But I don't like the part where Harrison Barnes is on the bench. I love the way they played in the San Antonio series when he was a small ball 4. As small forward, you get to drift, you get to hang on the perimeter. You're small ball 4, you have to work. And now I have to go get rebounds, I have to try to beat bigger guys off the dribble. And I thought he blossomed. And now he's a 20-minute-a-game bench guy, and I don't know if he has that mentality.
As a 6'8" player that played 1, 2, and 3, I got to say one thing about that small ball theory you just mentioned. It's actually easier for guys that were threes that now play four because you get all the open shots you want.
Right.
Because you're guarded by guys who are used to playing closer to the basket in most cases. So in that series, you have Harrison Barnes being guarded by bigs.
By Matt Bonner and
by Fareed when they were playing against Denver, Tim Duncan.
Right.
They're switched on him in a lot of different situations, so he's able to take advantage of that and get open shots. But also, I still think he's a productive player, regardless of what position
Well,
he
I worry
plays.
about because he drifts. He has a tendency to disappear. I've been to games where I forgot he was even out there for an entire quarter, and then he would do something like, "Oh, Harrison Barnes, I forgot you were even playing in this game." Let's go to Zach with a sneaky big question here. So the ankle, how is it? The ankle is going to hang over Stephen Curry for his entire career. You always feel like you're on borrowed time with him.
He's the best player in the NBA that hasn't played in the All-Star game yet.
It'll happen this year.
Mark Jackson also has done a great job of creating a style of play that allows him to flourish. Sometimes when you have a shooter like that, and like Klay Thompson, and you want to be a running team, it's very tough to massage them getting their shots and getting open looks without just jacking it up.
Right.
And every time they both shoot, I feel like it's going in.
We have every Steph Curry 3 from last year. Here they go, all 272. Oh, this is too slow. Oh, here we go. These are flying by. Oh, my God. They're going so fast. I think I'm having a seizure.
Them is a young team, the sky's the limit, led by Steph Curry.
Let's look at the Goldsberry graphic, because I think it's Steph Curry. There it is. A lot of red and a lot of orange from places where you should not be red and orange. The fascinating thing about him is we've looked at shot charts where the guy's on the right side, he likes the left side. This guy doesn't care where he's shooting. The mid-range shots, obviously, he needs to get better at, which he will.
A player like Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, who have made the most three-pointers in NBA history, Steph Curry shoots like them off screens, but he shoots way better than both of them off the dribble. He's a terrific shooter.
And the other thing with Steph Curry, this is what he reached last year. You get a text from somebody, Steph is heating up. And I don't care if my kids are playing in traffic. I'm like, Steph Curry's heating up. Bye, kids. Oh,
Right,
crap, I have
exactly.
kids. I can't leave my kids. But, like, Steph Curry heat check or LeBron has 40 at the half. Like, there's only a couple players in the league that gets you to stop everything you're doing to watch whatever he's doing. And I think he reached that level last year. And also, being in the building for when he gets hot is a top 3 most exciting experience as an NBA fan. Uh-oh. Clairvoyant Bill. I've had to, like, keep pushing Clairvoyant Bill away from getting involved. Clairvoyant Bill keeps coming back to the same thing. You can only play 5 players at once.
Really, Clairvoyant Bill discovered
Clairvoyant
that.
Bill is one of his things.
Okay.
And the Warriors have 6 guys who go in every game thinking, I should be finishing this game. Clairvoyant Bill also wonders if this team would be better off playing small with Bogut, Harrison Barnes, Iguodala, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry, if that's not their best lineup. David Lee on the bench. Clairvoyant Bill wonders if David Lee would be better as a 6th man in this team. But he's making like $17 million a year, which makes Clairvoyant Bill wonder, will David Lee get traded? I think David Lee ends up in trade rumors this entire season.
There are 3 power forwards in the league that really rebound their positions. Besides David Lee, the other 2 are Zebo and Kevin Love.
I'm free to.
Remember, defense isn't over till you secure the basketball.
Right.
And he does a terrific job of rebounding the ball. See San Antonio Spurs, late in the NBA Finals, no Tim Duncan, can't get a rebound.
Right.
Ray Allen hits a 3, and all of a sudden they win the championship
So
in
does
Game
Bogut
7.
sit on the bench?
Bogut or Azili have to be the guys that sit on the bench late this season, unless you're going against a
So
physically
you're going to play
dominant center.
small ball with David Lee at center.
Correct.
Oof.
But what centers can take advantage of it?
So you can't do that against Memphis and Brooklyn and a couple others. But for
you're
the
in the
most
West.
part, you're going small ball.
You can get away with it in
Andrew
the
Bogut's
West.
not going to like that. He wants an extension.
We're trying to win games tonight, big fella. Did you pick up your check? Oh, yeah, well, we need you to do this.
Clairvoyant Bill is worried about the chemistry. Last year, they had great chemistry. Jared Jack, team leader, the whole thing. This year, not as much. The other thing I'm worried about, Clairvoyant Bill doesn't think that new arena is happening on the pier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he keeps getting weird vibes.
Oh,
They're like coming from over here.
With the long glass that allow you to see over the water?
Pipe dream. Clairvoyant Bill says no way.
Oh.
Clairvoyant Bill says that arena will end up next to the baseball stadium. I don't think it's going to happen. Well, everyone loves the Warriors. But you know who really loves them? The Triangle. They actually came up with 2 different reasons why the Triangle loves the Warriors. First of all, Harrison Barnes loves Breaking Bad. That's good photoshopping right there. What was the other reason they love the Warriors? The Splash Brothers. Do you like that nickname?
I do.
I don't love it.
I'm not mad at it.
It feels a little like a Costico's Brothers poster from the early 90s where they could never quite get the nickname going. I do agree that they're probably more exciting than every other exciting duo. What duo would you put ahead of them now that Westbrook's hurt? Can't say Durant, Westbrook. Right now, this moment.
LeBron and Wade.
LeBron, and what Wade am I getting? Grimacing, unhappy, I only play hard once every 5 games, Wade? I'm not excited by that, Wade.
You're not going to win this argument. LeBron and Wade over them. We've talked about Curry as a productive young all-star level player. Tom still has some work to do.
Yeah, that one big game in the San Antonio series, and then we didn't see him for a while.
Get the people what they want.
I'm just going champagne for this one.
Only thing I know about the Yay area is in 92 and 93, I used to go to the top summer jam in the United States of America, KMEL. And that's when I really realized the magnitude of the Fab Five. When I was around all of my favorite artists who performed from sun up to sundown. So we champagne and campaign all day, literally. It was Coachella back in the day. That's what KMEL Summer Jam was.
We needed a new feature for the top 9 here.
And I don't need the bat right now because I'm cleaner than the Board of Health. We're Crockett and Tubbs.
So these contenders, we're going to talk about each of them. What do they bring to the table that can beat Miami? What is Miami's vice? How did San Antonio beat Miami? Well, when they won the games they did, they beat them by bombing 3s in them. Remember that?
Yep.
Golden State can do the same thing. If they were going to win the title, it would just have to be a heat check for 4 rounds. Do you agree?
I don't think you go from being a team that celebrates the success of a playoff run that ended short of a conference finals like they did this year to being a team that wins it all or makes it to the finals in a West that has teams with a championship level pedigree. I mean, the Spurs are still out there.
Yep.
And while I think they may get old in front of us, they still have Kawhi Leonard, who's going to blossom into a terrific player. OKC will get Russell Westbrook back.
I'm going to make the case quickly for Golden State. San Antonio, they might be too old. Clippers, we don't know. They added a whole bunch of new guys. They might be same old Clippers. Oklahoma City, we don't know if Westbrook's healthy or not. Houston, we don't know if Howard or Harden's going to mess. There is like a world in which Golden State could just catch fire.
It is.
And beat all these a little bit more flawed teams than we thought and get to the finals. And now in the finals, you got Iggy against LeBron. You're not going to stop LeBron, but at least he'll make him work. And then you just hope you get hot.
It'll be very good for the league to see new faces. Remember, since 1998, only 4 total teams have won the West. Spurs 5, Lakers 7, the Mavs twice, and OKC once. Maybe we get a new team in the class.
They're probably not going to win the title, but they're going to win our hearts. And please, pray for Steph Curry's ankles every night. We will be back with Bill and Jalen's NBA preview. Number 8 coming up. And it might be a team that got a very expensive center to leave one team to come to theirs. We will see. Until then.